Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for November of 2020. This month, we're looking at some themes around work and also relationships. And if you come away from this horoscope with questions, you can get them answered in a natal and transit reading. And there's a link for that below in the YouTube description. This month, two planets that have been retrograde and totally bugging us are going to go direct. So let's start with that. Hey, Julia, what do you have to say to the Tauruses of the world?
Ooh, good question. Well, Taurus, let's start with Mercury, the planet of communication and mentation. It starts the month retrograde in Libra, which all corresponds with your sixth house. This is the house of work, and this is also the house of health. And wherever we have Mercury retrograde is where we might have to be reviewing some of our strategies or perhaps even going over some miscommunications. So that could include miscommunications with your coworkers, your boss, your clients, or having to review some type of health strategy. Now, Mercury goes direct on November 3rd. So after that, these areas should get a lot smoother. And then Mercury enters Scorpio on November 10th, which is your seventh house of partnership. So this will be a wonderful time to just kind of bounce your ideas off your partner, because this house rules all one-to-one relationships. So you'll be doing your best thinking when there's somebody else there. It's also a wonderful transit to hire a consultant as well, because that's also ruled by the seventh house too. Now, Mars, the planet of energy and drive, starts the month retrograde too in the sign of Aries, but it finally goes direct on November 14th in your 12th house. Now, the 12th house is a very hidden house in the zodiac, and Mars is where we put our drive. So you could feel like you've just been toiling in obscurity for the last couple of months, or not getting enough credit for all the work that you're doing. Or maybe you've been working on a project and then all of a sudden it gets canceled or just kind of, ends suddenly, which is very, very frustrating. So the good news is that as Mars comes out of this retrograde period mid-month, these areas should run a lot more smoothly and be a lot less frustrating to deal with. Then Venus, the planet of art, beauty, and relationships, begins the month in the sign of Libra, which actually also correlates with your sixth house of work. So this means that even if you've had some miscommunications with your coworkers or people that you work with, you're generally been getting along really, really well together, because Venus brings harmony wherever she goes. Then she enters Scorpio on November 21st, which is your seventh house. And that's great news, because the seventh house, again, being the house of partnership, means that if you're in a partnership, it'll be a lovely sort of pleasurable time period with your partner. Or if you're single, it's a great time to look.
Well, also on November 21st, we have the sun moving into Sagittarius, which means it is Sagittarius season beginning. And wherever the sun goes, it brings the spotlight of attention. It brings attention there and shines the light of consciousness. And in your case, it's moving into your eighth house, which is the house of sharing of mysterious things, hidden things. It is a house of where you merge and blend with another. And it might also be called a house of secrets. So expect to do a little rummaging around there during Sagittarius season. Now, a little earlier in the month, we have the first of this month's moons, and it is a new moon in Scorpio, which falls right in your seventh house of partnership. So that's where you can expect to experience these themes. We're calling this moon Consider Your Shared Estate, because it incorporates some relationship themes from the presence of Juno, and also some themes of, shared finances, a very Scorpio theme, and a big pile of Capricorn planets are present in that moon. And so in your relationship, it's really time to plant new seeds around, like, have you created a will together? Do you know what is going to happen to all of your stuff when you pass? And this could be a really good time to be looking into that. So at the end of the month, on November 30th, we have a full moon in Gemini, which falls in your second house. And again, the financial themes are up here, because the second house is the house of individual monies. In other words, like if it's my chart, it's my money in the second house. The eighth house is about joint finances or things shared, which might mean money, might also mean physical or emotional intimacy. So we're calling this moon Make the Mind Body Heart Connection. And we call it that because it's the moon, which is heart. It's in Gemini, which is the mind, and it also squares Ceres, which is the body. So this month, across this financial axis of the second house and the eighth house, bring together that trifecta of what you know to be accurate and true, what you feel to be right, and then ground it all in the physical as well. And this moon is a really great time to do that. In longer term news, Saturn and Jupiter are getting ready to move out of Capricorn and into Aquarius, which they're going to do next month, December. And when that comes, check your horoscope. We're going to have a lot of interesting news about what to do while Jupiter and Saturn are in Aquarius. If you enjoyed this video and you got good things out of it, please do like, share, and subscribe. We like to see you around our little corner of the universe. And until next month, ooh, I'm going to show our faces big again here. And until next month, Taurus, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye.